Well, welcome everybody to episode 27 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis. And this is a rough take of how things went in game week, I think 29 anyway. I think that's coming up, and how things went on 28, game week 28. The first of two double game weeks, and there was so much activity, guys. Game week 28 just gone, and it's just an absolute mirage and a blur of activity with all the chip strategies really coming into fore. I feel myself I was the wrong chip strategy straight away, left with loads of players, no free hit option, lots of -4s and 8s. Whereas I went early for momentum, got up to just about 210,000. And then when game weeks 27, 28 occurred, dropped massively backwards. The last good thing I did was getting Manny in to cover me on Salah when I did that free hit to get him in. So the Salah thing kind of totally threw my chip strategy. If I maybe had kept on to Salah when he was gone on the African Nations Cup, I probably would have kept a free hit back for the last game week, where everybody got their Chelsea in, the Rudigers in, the Jameses in, the Kane's in, the Sons in, went all full boat, and the bit of Man City as well. And I didn't have any of that. I was reliant on guys. I was trying to transfer in guys I would know that would be up for the next game week. Really, I think I did the best I could between United and Arsenal, double game week one week, and then the other double game weeks the other week. I think I've done the best I could. So it's been firefighting for me, the Goro. And this is just I'm going to have an early night tonight. I've got work at 3 a.m, basically getting up early, and then I've got a week's holidays. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. I have a third job, and I can phone in anytime I want, asking for work, and it should come. So it's just basically firefighting for the last while here. Down to 344. It's not the end of the world. I've got to share my screen before I do anything here. Yeah, because this game week, it's all a bit about the Hussmeister, Conor Hussey, and massive congratulations to himself. Phenomenal effort and he's hauled himself to numero uno, over the likes of Stephen Stratnolan from McShirtons and Ballyhaunis, and he's our draft expert who's turned absolutely, classic version expert. And obviously the commando is only like 17 points down, and he's not used as many chips as well. And how many chips people have, I think Connor now is only down to a wild card. He's used everything else, so we have to bear that in mind, that it is against the odds somewhat for Connor at the minute. Why don't we go into Connor's team for while I'm on it here? He's really gone. See, this is what I've been watching. When he tripped captained, I did my free hit then, my last one, to get so I could get Salah and Mane, and I captained Salah, and that got me absolutely. It was a great strategy, loads of points. But these two last game weeks have been real firefighting for himself. That was the perfect chip strategy to do that free hit there, so you could keep all your Arsenal and Liverpool for the next week. And then he bench boost. It's just absolutely all the bloggers, all the guys who watch on YouTube, they're all same thing. FPL mate, Andy from Let's Talk of his Scout. That was the perfect thing to do. So with a wild card, that will still give him a chance. Maybe he could just do a wild card in game week 36, get all he wants in, and that's fair enough. He doesn't need to worry about 2 more game weeks. You just have to be careful then, and be honest. But 425,000 was his best last year. You know, that typical sort of I enter, yeah, and then something happens and blah, blah, blah. I think basically as you mature and get older, I think this is kind of what happened to the Hussmeister here, you know, 569 points that year. He didn't enter, yeah, 13, 14, 50. Yeah, that was 14 was when I came 1,474, my best total. And he gets over the 2 million. So yeah, so this is the evolution, and this is where he's at now. It's phenomenal. Top 60,000. So you know, fair dues. It's you know, he's up there, and we're just going to have to figure out and keep him honest. You know, let's have a look at this team on and do a mock-up of the Hussmeister. Something to do with American Pie. I have something in my head. Seriously, I'll get it out. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time. But 23, you know, in his I think it was free hit. That's mine. Unfortunately, I want to confirm if that was his yeah, bench. So yeah, bench boost. So free, so bench boost. That's his team now. The cash now. It was just a stroke of genius to get that bench boost done. And a lot of these were single game week players. And this is the thing, all year it just seems to be double game week players or just a fool's gold. And these single week players, they've just destroyed it. Well, double week. Villa were double week, I know. Watkins, Louise. So Cash got a lot of points there, and he came second. So Cash has been a long time coming. So he done a great job there getting in Cash. I was very skeptical of Villa. There were just some bad results recently, and then all of a sudden a switch flips. So yeah, so there you go, Ramsey. He was saying that, oh, if only I captain Coutinho, but then we were saying, well, if only captain Cash. It's all ifs and onlys. It's a shame about the Salah thing, but can you imagine? I think he would have it somehow if he did have that inkling to go for the double gamer there in Villa. You know, those points would have been handy to get rid of that -12 and keep Joey at arm's length, because you know Joey's not going to be faced with this. Joey's got very little used chip wise. You know, Joey's like about 17 points down. He's been, you know, massive collapse there. You know, 70 is like going massively backwards here. Stephen Strett got out with a 91. Oh, yeah, phone is going here. I need the phone, you know, it's on 1%. And I need that. I've got a football. Yeah, I've got a football game going on here in 10 minutes. So I'll get out of this quick. Yeah, so like that's the thing. I couldn't get any of my Chelsea in or any Spurs in or anything. So I'm totally goosed. And the guys that played it right were Rafinha, Donkey. Not happy with Ramsey, with stress. Cancelo, was there something to do with COVID? Cancelo, I'm not sure. It's an illness. Breuer is not the guy. Armstrong. See, the problem with Southampton is Armstrong, Breuer, or it's Che Adams scoring these goals, and there never seems to be any one of them. They share the goals around, and it's just a waste of time. Southampton for me. Kane, Gold, Jimenez, a 1-goal pony trick. That's it. That's about it. You get with Jimmy. The total joke. 4 or 5 goals scored, and he gets one, and it's like a tap-in. No, that was a massive mistake. It seemed good, you know, double game week, and he'll also play in game week 30. So everybody looking with wild card and to make sure they've got you know, plenty of Arsenal in there, you know, for the double game week coming up. Double game week, just to keep an eye. There's only 4 games. Wow, need some water there. Thank God for the pause button there. Yeah, this is the crack now for game week 30. Nobody's worried about 29 because everyone's got again loads of people that have a free, you know, Joey will probably free hit or something this time around. You know, he's been really patient, and when everybody has been losing their heads, running around panicking, you know, Joey's just there sitting back and just, it's all going to be okay. I've been here before. I'm not going to use it here. I trust in this. And yeah. Yeah, so there's not many games. Obviously, anything that I've been doing, I've been trying to get Spurs or West Ham or a bit of Arsenal. And so I'm not going to have too many. Obviously, I'm not going to have a full boat of players for that because whoever I get in, I'll be lumbered. So what I've decided to do this week is take, I think, a minus. I'm hoping a -8 I took. I did 3 transfers, and to try and alleviate Salah, I've got Mane in, Kane in, and Saka in. And all I don't think Mane plays, you know, in game week 30, but the other 2 do. And I had to get more, you know, if you're in my sort of situation, I'm still kind of, look, I feel like the momentum I did for myself was I got a really good head of steam, top 200,000, lost 134,000 places now over the last 2 because of my chip strat, but I'm not 500,000. So, you know, that's something at least. I'm maintaining last year's nearly, and still have 2 chips left to trip cap. I'm debating now to whether to do a trip cap with Kane here. I still have a bench boost now. Obviously, no wild card. It's going to be hard to get the bench filled out. Got to sort out Bowen. It looks like he's out for the season. There's no seem to know when he's going to be back. King is just, you know, waste of time. He's never going to score again. Candidate for donkey this season. Veltman can't put something in there against Liverpool and Tottenham. It could be a cricket score with Brighton. So I'm hoping Cancelo play. Maybe just take the 1 sub appearance. Probably be best in, you know, in case. I'm hoping Liverpool and Spurs trounce, you know, Brighton. So, you know, so I'm thinking about trip cap for Kane. He owes me. A lot of people will be going on Salah to get the points back. They feel they lost out by not being able to trip cap Salah game week 27 or whenever it was, 26. So I think Mane is just all I'm going to see what can happen there to cover me. Yeah, it's not going to get away. Salah's going to score against here somewhere, of course. Fair enough. Yeah, so that's all I can do. So going forward to game week 30, I'll have 1, 2, 3. I don't even think Newcastle have new 3, 4, 5. I was hoping 6. So I'm going to have to take probably do another -4 just to get maybe another couple in to get that to about 6 or 7. We'll see. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So maybe I could get up to 7, but that's the free hitter, isn't it? That, yeah, you could really do well in that. But it's only 4 games. Might get away with it. Would a triple captain actually be more productive to get me out of that game week, or leave it there? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not sure now what to do, but I'm not going to be worried. I'm going to be working hard tomorrow, 12-hour shift, so I won't even see much football. It should be all over by the time I'm done at work. I might be able to see the Spurs match later on. Some good news, believe it or not, on the 20th of March. Is it 20th? Yeah, 20th. I have a ticket for the Spurs West Ham game. It's absolutely crazy. So I don't know how I swung that one again. My friend whom I transferred my season ticket to, he always feels obliged to, come on, Vince, go to a game. So I'll go to a game. It's a good experience. Look, I hope they win, but you know, as you get older and you see so much defeat, you're able to take it on the chin easy. So win, lose or draw, everything will be fine. But that's a must win, depending on what Spurs do against United and Brighton, and obviously Arsenal are in the number one position where they have the game at hand and 3 points on Spurs, and you know, United, West Ham, Wolves are falling away, especially if United lose again. It's going to be a firecracker match, that one. So I'm banking, probably I've got a hunch that Kane will just sparkle. That's just a hunch, and I'm not sure where United are at after the 4-1 reverse there the other day against City. They looked good for 25 minutes, and then that was it. City just overrun them. I'm happy with them. Look, I know to get in Saka and Mane, I had to get rid of my favourite Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes. And I had to get rid of Che Adams, who's done nothing for me. That was a calculated, terrible gamble, done nothing. Armstrong maybe would have been slightly better, but no Southampton worked out for the double game week. Not even Jamie Ward-Prowse fans. Very strange couple of game weeks. Strange people not done it all season, doing it now. I will be in no hurry getting back De Bruyne or Bruno at all now, unless it's a transfer that will help me, you know, for a double game week once we start to know if there's any. And there will be probably in game week 33 and 36, of course, but we'll know more after the outcomes of the FA Cups as well and who won't be able to play. So there's lots of stuff going on there. So that's what I've done. So the guys, Stretmeister, Byrne, very good. A very good transfer in there for Stret. Rudiger unfortunately didn't start that second game. We're worried about that Norwich game. Chelsea now in massive trouble with the sanctions. Roman Abramovich has had to leave with his tail behind his legs. He's walked. It's like as if he just was told a while ago and the dates come up, and I don't know if he'd even be able to sell that stadium, and if whatever that money comes to, it could just go straight to the government or to a relief fund for Ukraine. We don't know, and lots of the restrictions of transfer activity and certain restrictions of money outflow as well, because Chelsea FC, they're under some sort of review of some sort. We'll just have to keep it posted. Of course, football reason wise, it's not fair. They're only footballers, but the problem is the money behind everything now is in vogue. We know where the money from Tottenham's coming. It's coming from Waitrose and fucking John Lewis people, customers going to shops and buying pots and pans, mate. The money at Arsenal, that's coming from American football consortium. Is it? I'm not sure who they is. It the Jacksonville Jaguars or I'm not sure, but it's an American-based. Usanovs were in there, but then he the one that went to Everton. But, anyway, and then we have the Newcastle issue with the Crown Prince, obviously, and all this Kamala Khashoggi's business and women's rights and all this stuff. Look, where do you end and where does this stop? We got the Etihad stuff, you know, those blokes with oil. Look, we know it's going to be a lot of this and that and pointing and a lot of anger now in the next while, and Everton's in big trouble as well because they're Russian backer. I think it's Usanov, maybe not the same guy, but he's Everton are in massive trouble as well. Sorry for rambling off top point. Robertson on the bench, unlucky with Saka. Look, Rafinha has been a terrible trap. Oh, it's just all season. That fluky goal he got from a free kick on the right side at the beginning of the season. Should have known that this guy was going to be spoofing. Belsia gone, so listen, that was some terrible traps I've had to be lumbered with because I have other transfers I have to do elsewhere. It's firefighting. And yeah, so Joey Neenan is in a good position. Again, he's got his Wolves in for game week 30. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6. He's in a fairly good position. He could nearly go without, but he might do something for game week 30. So Joey's still well in there. It's been a bit of a bang for Joey there. But you know, as we said, I wanted to go into what his you know, what sort of chips has this guy got left. I think he's still got free hit, trip cap, bench boost, 84,000 in the world, in our league here in the Christy Nicholson small little league. That's all he's done. So trip cap free. So you've got a free hit, bench boost, and a wild card. My God, that's a lot of activity for Joey, and he'll have a phenomenal end. I'm sure he's going to play it right. 79 there, let the world there. 2609, lovely to break to 26,000, 2600. Great numbers all the way, and one day he could win this thing. Not far off us. There's not much movement, and loads of people now have took their punch. You know, Joey's took a few punches, a bit like myself. We've took the punches now, and it's hopefully it's our turn to kind of counter. So that's Joey fairly well. Listen, because Starman now, looking from my point of view, Starman is barely within reach now. 43 points is the massive. I'm gonna have to hope something like a trip captain comes into play. I'm not sure what the story is. Starman is Adrian Phillips has been very unlucky with his trip cap this year. He went for the Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he only started one game, and he didn't do his trip on Salah. And you imagine at this stage what he would be doing. So, but otherwise, everything else he's done is turned to gold. Look at those green arrows, except for that game week that he's in trip cap. If he did, can you imagine? It's you know, this is 2 seasons ago. He had a phenomenal run as well. Timeout last season, but free hit, trip cap is still good position. He's got the wild card and the bench boost, so he can set up a team to bench boost in game week 36. So he probably, you know, for wild card in 35 or a bit earlier, depending on what sort of fixtures there's in 33, and then set himself up for a bench boost, so you can do your wild card and set it up for 36 for a bench boost and get the full. So he's got a lovely strategy there to carry on with. Yeah, so the free hit, so he'll be going back to his team from before. I'm not going to go into it, but these have been great decisions all around. James, great call. Now he's injured. Cash, can you imagine in Digne? But Digne it was the safe call. Willock he's gone. He's just done nothing since. He had a good boost for me, but now he's donkey mode. Ward-Prowse, fair enough, but didn't need these guys on the bench. Fair enough, Adams. Look, Coutinho was so, you know, he's in a good position. Starman, Kieran Keily, I suppose he's within radar, but at this stage, you know, it's just like last season all over it again for me. It's going to be hard to get that number 4 spot anyway for a trophy. That's the last spot. It's just too much good ahead. 100 points. So yeah, it's forlorn in a way. Yeah, Fergie, Great Guns Walsh, You know, it's been meh as well. He's just, whatever he's done is kind of turned, you know, the opposite way. It kind of goes like that, and you know, that momentum. Kane, Dennis is absolutely anything with Watford now is a disaster. Not enough Arsenal in there. Maybe he needs another. Lacazette would have been good. Who knows? Just got to figure out what's Fergie got left. What's Fergie got left to play with, and what else has got. The thing about Kieran, I think Kieran is within reach of me at the minute because I have a trip cap, and if I play it right, I think Kieran again. He's used quite a few of his chips already. I think I was looking free hit, wild card. So he's just got his bench boost. So the only thing I'll have to make that trip cap work there against Kieran. But you know, if we have it, we're entitled to use it and get our joust out of it. It's just a one-hit game. We're all in the same boat. We're all playing with the same deck. What's the story with Fergie? What's the story with Fergus? Doesn't like Fergus, I'd say. Oh wow, Fergie's been very quiet and just watching all this stuff. I've been just figuring out, what's his chip strategy? There was so many ample time to use, you know, over game week 27 and 28. Wow, and he still has a free hit, a bench boost, and a trip cap. Oh wow. So there is life in great guns yet there, and something can happen for him. It's about momentum at the right time. Seize the moment. Some of us, I feel, have seized the moment to the nth degree here. A shout out for their Sean Gilday, credible 108. He's finally pipped me. He's caught me. He's ran me down. Obviously, the top 6 is within all our reach here, including the Oracle as well. Joe Braid's been pumping it really the last few weeks. Not really mentioned too much about Joe. I don't know him very well, but I hope to see him when I'm out in town one day with a bunch of the lads when I'm home, hopefully in May or definitely July. John Halpin is creeping up with a good run, and it would be like him to get up there in the top 5. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at Sean's. So Great Guns will be it'll be hard for him to go backwards from now on. You know, he's done his backwards bit now, and I feel the same way myself. I've done my backwards bit now. Another kick on now, and I think the only thing I can do is save the bench boost for 36 and hope I've got enough on the bench. Yeah, Sean now. Sean is pumped. Look at all that activity. The last 3 in a row. He's finally crept up to me. But is he maxed out? Maxed. He's got his bench boost. Okay, so, you know, I might just play my trip gap and just pull away a bit if I can. If that's okay. Might be the wrong call. I think I'll do the Kane job this game week. What's the story with the Oracle? Been a bit down. He's stuck in a 500,000 mode. It's not him at all. It's really demoralizing being a 500,000. I know how it feels, and I want to be below 250. 200,000 looking very, very slim at the minute for me, but I'll have to get lucky. Mendy, Rudiger, loads of people went for Rudiger. Bowen is just unlucky. Rafinha, Lacazette, okay. Again, betwixt and between, kind of a good team. Half needed for next week. It's really frustrating, you know, if you don't have the right chips or you're off the wrong strategy, or if you have to get this guy in and it's only for keeping stable. So he's got his wild card, 2 free hits gone and trip. So he's still got the wild card and the bench boost, so he can set himself up for 36 or 33 or whatever he wants to do. He's still got a big bang. The bench boost and the wild card hand in hand. they seem to be the way to go, is to set yourself up. I can't do that, so advantage to the guys. Yeah, I'm the scalp. You know, I've got plenty of hair here. And everyone's saying I'm going bald and I lose. I can run my fingers through my hair. Yeah, wearing the Ukrainian outfit there, Slava Ukraini, Slava, Ukraina. Yeah, jak sprawy, jak to wyzwaty. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I think this year, the money about Go Global and about I have to think. I think I want to put the money. I have a godson and family in Lviv, and I'm already looking at options where if they want to go to Moldova. I have friends that will be able to look after them in Moldova, and Poland will be more of like the authorities will be looking after them. This is like 2 or 3 contingencies just in case. The latest news here is I got tonight from Lviv off the ground is a false flag. It's basically where the aggressor blames the victim that they attacked the aggressor, and then the aggressor. It's just absolutely juvenile kindergarten rule 1 of how to blow your enemies up or foes up. So yeah, the Belarusians want to go into the northwestern part of Ukraine and straight down, and Lviv could be under threat soon enough. And most of the population of Ukraine, especially women, children, and elderly and disimpaired, are flocking to the western part. So it's a bit lopsided now, the population of Ukraine. It's but most of it's a massive, they're still fighting on, and the men are bravely doing what they're doing now. People just saying I'm saying propaganda the whole lot, but do you believe who do you believe what you believe? Well, I believe what I hear from my friends on the ground. I'm not getting this straight off Sky News, but a lot of it is comparable to what they're saying and what I'm hearing myself from my friends. And I have lots of contacts all over Ukraine. You know, I wish I could go there. But that would be extreme who love me and want me and depend on me. It's not just, if it was just down to me and I wasn't connected or attached, I'd be over there in a heartbeat. Trust me. So yeah, summing things up. Yeah, Morgan won't be happy. He's drifted down a bit. As he used many wildcards. Looking at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 or 6 maybe that can go on Gameweek 30 and 29. He's got the Salah, so he's got plenty of Salah in Liverpool there for the double game week coming up. So look, it's not over and done with. It was like the last 5 game weeks is where I've kind of won the first 2 rounds, and then the ones I bet up have beat me up for the last 2 rounds. So it's basically get punch, haymaker, lopsided, kidney punches, rabbit punches, ear punches, brain punches, Homer Simpson job, straight in the head punch. All this stuff is going on in FPL at the moment. A lot of grigging. Yeah, very happy with generally what's going on here. You know, I don't know how many game weeks we got left here. Yeah, 29. So we've got yeah, nine left. Yeah, of course, it feels like there's a lot more. I think it's because Spurs have a few more games in hand. They have 11. But there's 9 official game weeks left. So I am getting a bit worried that I won't make the 2,000 here, which is shocking. Not to get over 2,000 points. But Joey's not got there quite yet. It seems that he will. He's 100 ahead, but it's not going to. It seems to be a very low scoring year compared to last year's. For instance, Joey got 26.09, I think, last season. So there's got a lot of people moving. I have to hope the trip cap and the bench boost do something anyway. I think I will creep over. It's usually 50-50. Yeah, you should limp over it anyway, definitely. I'm not overly impressed. It's been a crazy year. It's just been having the free hit again, 2 of them. Hard to predict with the COVID, of course. That's off the agenda now. It's war, and it's energy blackouts and cutouts back home. I'm reading lots of independents, Matty McGrath and Healy, the Healy Rays and O'Donoghue and loads of the others. It's just saying what the people are experiencing, which is they're experiencing lack of funds, that like they're worried about transport. Never mind that, but the farmers as well, with the price of fertilizer, importation of anything they need, even seeds, mate. It's going to have to be thinking twice about this supermarket crack and what happens if that goes bang. And I don't want to be queuing up for the last row of eggs and then that's it. I want to have a hen or something that I can actually just, what's out there? A lot of the rural and the farm, they will be the last, well, they will be able to sustain themselves a lot longer and a lot more cost effectively. Of course, hens still need to be fed seed of some sort, like rolled oats or whatever. But, that can be done, it's just, I have to start thinking that there is more to life than FPL, guys. But if you are experiencing tough times, let's consider just being a bit more self-sufficient. Do we need all that electricity on? Is there any way we can, cut costs? All these gadgets we have, they all add up. Computers, we've become addicted to all this stuff. So, our Kindles and the whole lot. Like, let's get a few books and just go back the old ways now and again. It's just, look, sorry to be an old fogey, but this is football. And that's all I can say about that. Well, the King of the Travelers, well, that's well and truly dead for me anyway. Again, that's Conor Hussey's domain. Standings at the minute. Oh, Kylie's well up there again. He's still, wow, all season he's been doing well. And yeah, Connor's just 3 behind. If he draws level, he goes ahead because of the points. Steve Strett is still got a chance along with Sean. Snipers there. I consider myself out. What was only a 3-game swing, 3 defeats, 3 wins, but then the points difference is similar, I suppose. It's these top 4 have the chance. I'd be surprised about Jerry. It's too far back. But yeah, it's still a trophy, still €50 prize money. It's still one of these guys will be earning their first trophy in Top Dogs trophy, which is the King of the Travelers family, the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League, and the Kirk Clapp Memorial, which goes to the 4th place in the Christy. So that's it's not to be sniffed off, guys. We'll keep it going. We're in times of war, and you know what? We have to keep it realistic. I know we love the football, but there becomes a point when all this football sports, the whole, it becomes moot, and it's just about survival and figuring out a way for you and your family to move forward. And do you really want to be one of those 900 people queuing outside Super Value in Ballyhaunis, waiting on the delivery of eggs and fighting, please get me good. No, we have to get our heads around this stuff and look at it as a challenge. Like, my advice, if you kind of watch bygone Ireland, bygone generation of Ireland, it's on YouTube. Bygone era of Ireland. They show you how to plant and to seed and the old tools, very little reliance on electricity. Just good, honest, hard work. Phenomenal stuff. So yeah, Dazza Duffy took Owen Rowe. Kieran Keily took out Willie Nestor, has took me out the other week. He's been getting some good scores. Finally, his team is coming into vogue. Yeah, so Oracle out with Duncan has been getting some big scores, you know, recently. A shout out for Duncan, you know, our 2018 champion. Yeah, Kevin Cookbride. Still there, still plugging away. Gilday is really had a phenomenal month anyway, and he's, you know, he wants to be that top tenner, and I'm not going to put it past him. Snowman, obviously, you know, has more important pressing issues now, and you know, the Hussmeister dispatched Snow pretty easy there. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. Shane, the face man, taking out Jerry Freely, who did have no answer. James Crane, good week for him. Myself took out by the Stret, Stephen Stret for Nolan. A tie there between the two here. And there you go. So great score from old Collins again. 116, some terrific scores there. So going forward, so this is I don't know if any of you get any sense out of my ramblings or whatever, but Liverpool have the double against Brighton and Arsenal. I'm not sure what to expect from Liverpool after the Inter result, and they've been a bit patchy, especially Salah. You know, I'm not been too impressed by Salah in the last couple of games anyway. You know, he's not been going, you know, great guns, you know, enough to warrant it. Against West Ham, he was took off early, and against Inter, a couple off the post. Yeah, you never bet against Salah, but I've thrown in Mane just for Mane will probably get rested. Maybe Jota will go in. Jota needs a game. Will Salah be given a game off? You know, will he? You know, it has to happen sometime. So that's why I want to go with Kane as a trip cap. I would say he's more dead on to start. Brentford and Luca Toni have come back into the rogue after his hat-trick, but that's it. That's all he's done. But Brentford have a few good fixtures. Chelsea, not sure what will play. We're going to see Rudiger back, and James will be out, so Chalobah be in there probably again. I don't know what to expect from Everton. Don't know what Wolves. I'm just sick of looking at Wolves really at this stage, and their players just browned off with them. I don't even care if I had 10 of them playing on the 30th, they wouldn't not at all enlighten me. You know, spread the goals around, and you don't know if it's Neto or Podence or Lito or side bin bag. You don't know which one. Size is meant to be good, but he never gets any bonus. Marcel doesn't play anymore. Sa gets a clean sheet, so what? Jimmy gets a goal. It's like asking a crack at it. Jimmy, give me a score. Give me a score. It's not working. It's not working with Wolves. I'm sick of them. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Leeds, well, that's a Pookie hat-trick straight off the bat. Yeah, Dean Smith's going to destroy Leeds. There's no hope. They've ruined a lot of my life at the moment. You know, mainly because I didn't have Kane and Son for that free hit week. I hadn't a free hit. And what does Kane and Son do best against Leeds? Leeds just jack it in every game. Absolutely no appetite to stay in the Premier League. Zero. It took them years from the David O'Leary days to semi-finals of the Champions League, then get relegated. But how many years? 20 odd years. And they go up and do that in their second season syndrome. Sickening, it really is. They should have put the boot in, anything, get control. 5 at the back, change of formation. I know Bamford's been missing most of the season, but that's no excuse. Still have Rodrigo. You still had, that young Gelhardt. He done okay. Look, I have no idea. Put Rafinha up front. I don't know. Croc, Crick, Stock, Knock, all these weird names. Any of them. Shackleton was a bit. Listen, they've had injuries, but again, I'm browned off for Leeds, and good riddance. Southampton, sickening. They're worse than Jekyll and Hyde, this club. Good win against West Ham in the cup, but Watford, sick of them. I'd relegate 6 of them teams and bring 6 from the championship up. I would take, obviously, all the ones that finish top 6 up, and the 6 that finish bottom of the Premier, just rubbish. Watford rubbish, seriously, proper stinking pile of rubbish. Again, I don't want to talk of them. Ismail Sarr was the only guy I kind of thought was any good. Got injured. That was it. Now, West Ham, again, frustrating. Who's going to score for them? Bowen's not there anymore. And Antonio, who do you back there? So, obviously, you've got any Villa, happy days. They should still do good. And Gerrard has got that sort of oomph and that sort of drive. He has infectious, and he's got them out of a rut now. Cash has just been phenomenal. Anyone that's been a transfer in, people who wildcarded cash in, fair play to Husmeister again. Seriously, grey hurlings, they say in Mayo. Well, actually, in Kilkenny, but we say it in Mayo as well. Arsenal and Leicester. No Vardy, he's injured again, he's out. Madison likes to do it in Europe. He's been good form. No doubles at the moment. No need to get too many Leicester in. But Harvey Barnes is interesting. If you can fit him in, get rid of, I'm not saying Jimmy, because you see, well, you need your Leicester or your Wolves now for the game week after. So there's no point, unless you can do a free hit. I'm obviously free hit if you obviously that's a great time to do it. I might regret getting rid of Kevin. I'm going to miss him. But then again, he is getting rested for the European night, so I'm not too sure. I'm just cashing out at this time with my midfielders. I'll figure out a way to get a couple of these guys back. Mahrez is in and out, and Brighton Spurs again. Brighton, I've been getting hockey recently, a bit all over the place. Spurs, I can't call it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Spurs rocked up 3-0 there. 3-1, 4-1. Brighton don't score too many goals. But now they're starting to concede them. So, look, Antonio Conte, well, if he gets Spurs top 4, I'm telling you, that's a massive achievement. That's bigger than anything for, seriously, he's a proper manager. You pat him on the back and say, thanks, mate, and let him go somewhere where he can spend some money and be a proper manager. I don't know. It feels kind of wrong even if Spurs finish top 4, it feels kind of wrong if they did. West Ham this season have had a terrific chance. Arsenal now are in a good chance saloon. United have had their chance, but they've slipped it. And Spurs, I just can't get my head around them finishing 4. It would be like before we threw it all away. I don't like even saying we, because I don't own or desire so much. It's kind of a fool's trap when you say our government. This is my country. This is my government. This is ultimately we should just think more free and not fall into those trappings, if you know what I mean. Too much rambling. Sorry, folks. There's a lot of political shit going on in here in my head today, all over the place. The last couple of weeks, this stuff going on, mate. Mind is elsewhere. Everton and Newcastle. Newcastle are probably have Sam Maximum back. 4 or 5 wins in a row now. Lampard's got his work cut out, and if they lose that match on St. Patrick's Day, Well, there's definitely talk the relegation stuff going on here, but it's up to Leeds if they can do Norwich. And I think anybody can do. I see a kindergarten team could do Norwich, or the Leeds. Sorry, could do. I think it would be offensive to even insinuate, Ballyhaunis Town would even beat Leeds, because, that would insinuate Ballyhaunis would be the underdogs going into a match with Leeds. It would be an insulting, on their character and the men they are, to go into a game against Leeds thinking, no. For me, Town would tear Leeds apart. Absolutely take them to the cleaners, and there'll be bodies all over that pile in that bloody Clare or Dalgan River, mate. I'm telling you, it's you mean exhausted and looking to get out of Station Rise. Yeah, Bielsa list, Leeds. Yeah, Leeds will have to get on the boat up the Dalgan and out towards. It's not part of the Moy catchment basement. I think it's part of the Carb catchment basin, the River Dalgan. So there's a Loch Mask. One of the other. The Leeds are going out the thick end of Clew Bay from there in a boat, a box or whatever, because I'll eat a hat if they beat Norwich. Sorry, don't hate Leeds. I'm just appalled by what they've done this season. Right, so there you go. What else? Nothing else now. I've done my thing about Leeds. Lovely city, lovely people, seriously, lovely, beautiful country, the Yorkshire, but the lovely city, in Yorkshire, beautiful country. I've been up there a few times. It's phenomenal, but it is quite, it's just as expensive as London, what I found anyway. I surprised me. I thought the north was cheap, but you go into the city there, it's just you're paying all London prices. Yeah, so that's the lowdown, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope I made you smile or laugh, and click a like and let me know were you happy enough and what you're going to do. God bless. Go out.